Ultra Street Fighter 4, being the biggest fighting game release of 2014, there are some things that I've been concerned about, excited for, and I've made quite a few videos about it. I would like to get back into the Street Fighter 4 series, and I've wanted things to be changed for a very long time. There's a lot of personal gripes with myself, things like Ken's uppercut on counter hit connecting for the full Ultra, but with the recent announcements and the stuff that's been happening for Ultra Street Fighter 4 over the past few days, and the near final change list that's actually been revealed for all the characters and the system mechanics, we have a reason to get excited, and I'll talk about that in a sec. The other big thing that's happening with Ultra Street Fighter 4 now is that Ono has recently put out a tweet and a picture of Ultra Street Fighter 4, an arcade stick, and a PlayStation 4 controller next to his little Blanca troll thing. Now, of course, Ono is known for being a gigantic troll with Darkstalkers Are Dead and all that freaking stuff that always happened back in the day, but this does give me high hopes. We did talk about the netcode in the previous video, about the possibility of the netcode being adjusted, and I think the fact that the game appearing on a next-generation platform could really assist that. I mean, come on, why would you do that? Why would you release a PlayStation 4 controller picture with Ultra Street Fighter 4 information? It's gotta mean something. You wouldn't just do that for the hell of it, right? At least I hope you wouldn't. I think Ultra SF4 being on the PlayStation 4 is a really good call. On any next-generation console is a good call. PC is great as well, but at the same time, the netcode for the PC version is nearly, it's not a little bit better than the console version, so there's that too. I don't know, I think having this game on PS4 or whatever system would be extremely good. It would convince me to buy a PS4 outright if this or Guilty Gear XR didn't come out first. But I think there could be a lot bigger expansion. All things considered, there's a reason to get a fighting game on a new generation of system, and that could be a big reason to draw in a whole lot of new players. Of course, Street Fighter 4 at large is responsible for the fighting game community being as big as it is, and much bigger than it was before, but I think this would be an amazing opportunity to really expand the player list to a bunch of people that are actually buying into the new systems. Now, what also was announced, and this is the stuff that I really wanted to get into the meat of the game, and you kind of need to have an understanding of how the original Street Fighter 4 works and the stuff that's happening in the new one, is the changes that were made to Red Focus. We talked about Red Focus in a previous video, and there was a big problem where Red Focus cost 4 bars or something along those lines. It costs like a full 4 bars for you to do a Red Focus cancel, and the Red Focus itself, however, it cost a lot of meter, almost all of your meter stock to do some of the moves. But they have actually confirmed, and this is not exactly final yet, so I think they're still doing testing. Red Focus itself, where you can soak a multitude of attacks, is going to cost 2 bars to do the Red Focus itself. So that's pretty cool. That's going to change the dynamics of the game quite a bit if you can soak a multitude of attacks, albeit very risky because it still costs half your meter. You really want to save that meter sometimes for a focus attack dash cancel, but they've also changed the way uppercuts work. That's right, uppercuts right now are -5 on block even after focus attack dash canceled. So that means when you see guys do these uppercuts on Wake Up and they use it to get out of free sometimes, that won't be nearly good as it is. Although they've said that's not final, that would definitely change the game drastically. Who knows what that actually do to the game? It might actually make the favor of the offender much more if you're at a disadvantage after dash canceling after a big uppercut. Either way, that's a big change, and the biggest one, and the one that I'm really excited about, is EX focus canceling. So you guys understand how focus attacks work in the previous Street Fighter. You pretty much focus out of a move, you take 2 bars, and you're able to dash forward or dash back to get another move, or to do whatever you want. And naturally, you can do the exact same thing with Red Focus, but it acts a lot differently. You guys know how if you get a level 2 or a level 3 of a focus attack, it actually ends up crumpling the opponent. It puts them into a state where they cannot hit you, they fall to the ground, and they're pretty much susceptible to a combo or a juggle or something like that. And what's going to happen is the EX Focus Cancel, which costs a total of 3 bars, is going to put the opponent into a juggle state even off a level 1. So that means even off of like basic moves, like, short into a medium punch and then you EX focus cancel that costs 3 bars, but they're in a crumple state and you can actually get your full ultra. Some characters are like, well, it doesn't matter, Rufus can get his ultra in a multitude of ways, Ryu can get his ultra in a multitude of ways as well. You really wouldn't need to do that. What this affects is the different ultras. Like Ryu's ultra 2 could end up being really good as a result of this for that extra damage. Sometimes you might want to use all 3 of those bars to get like that extra like 100 to 200 200 points of damage at the end of a combo. The one that I'm so excited about, and this pretty much alleviates the biggest problem I've had with Ken in Street Fighter 4, is that I've always wanted a way to almost guarantee confirmed damage into his full Ultra 1, and it just hasn't existed. Now it pretty much does. If you use examples from Street Fighter 4, this will actually cause the opponent to go into a crumple state now. Sure, some of the frames might be a little bit different, but this means that you will be able to get a full Ultra as a result of 3 bars. And sometimes with Ken, I would actually go for certain things like uppercut, focus attack, dash cancel, jump up, EX, hurricane kick. You know, it's not amazing damage, but it does a pretty good amount of stun, and I would do it a lot because I liked it. I like that offense that you can get, and characters like Ken can build meter pretty fast. So I'm excited about this. This means that some of the characters in the game, and Ken included, can now actually combo their full Ultras, which changes things drastically. Like, if you can actually do this with certain characters, Zangief is going to be freaking nuts as a result of this. It's pretty freaking insane, and 3 bars on a character is going to be crazy deadly no matter what the character now. Let me know what you guys think about this. Does this change the dynamic of Street Fighter 4 greatly? Because I think it does. I think this is actually going to make Ultras much more viable, much more effective, and much more damaging in the long run, especially if you save up for 3 bars. Thank you dudes very much for watching. Are you excited the fact that Ultra Street Fighter 4 could potentially show up on next generation consoles? And what are some of the biggest changes of the characters in the cast that you're looking forward to right now? My name is Maximilian. Thank you dudes very much for watching, and I will see you next time.